Your hands out of your pockets. Turn the chains, bud.
Excuse me?
You're being detained, bud.
Well, what am I doing?
Take your backpack off.
Can you explain what this is
Before
for?
you go on the ground, take your backpack off.
I'm going to get picked up for work. Sir,
Put your hands behind your back.
this is my phone. Are you telling me what to move it down?
You're being detained for a minute. You're matching the description of someone trying to break into people's cars.
I'm not breaking anyone's car.
You dumb bastard.
Please help me! Shut the up.
Get up.
I'm going to work!
Welcome back, my PBN family. Welcome back. Another episode of Old School Cops. You got the three-man squad today. You got a wealth of experience from police detective, police sergeant, gang investigator, undercover cop, DEA agent, federal agent. So you have a variety of experience in law enforcement. You guys send the video in, the old school guys will give the assessment. This particular video, you know what? Go ahead, Tones. I'll let you start this assessment.
Yeah, I never received no training to actually slam somebody face down into concrete. It appears that the officer got angry, and the guy was kind of like confused. He was like extremely extreme. I don't even want to say when we talk about passive resistance.
Mm-hmm.
He was just more like not understanding what was going on. And I think that the way the officer was communicating kind of exacerbated that whole situation and made it more complex. And no, I mean, he didn't even try to, I didn't see no restraints. And actually, why wouldn't you just pin him to the vehicle, and try to actually start placing on, you taught in the academy about arm locks and all that type of, you had so many other things. You even had mace, but for me, it wouldn't even have gone that far. It wouldn't have gone that far. I don't understand. He was angry and he just slammed the guy down. And now you probably have a lawsuit. If not, you're facing some sort of charges.
Yeah, definitely. That was just crazy, bro. Like, people say you got to listen to the police. No. The police officer has to follow his training, has to follow the law. The emphasis is not on the untrained civilian, but the responsibility is on the trained professional law enforcement officer to conduct himself like a professional. And what you see there was just not professional at all. The guy ended up having permanent damage, to his head, to medical damage. They also finally got dealt with because when it originally came out, it had no press, it had nothing, and then the video started going around and made the news, and then all of a sudden the police department did something about it. It's just sad, like, they won't do nothing until it gets exposed, and then you wonder why everybody's running around with cameras throwing it on every police interaction, that's horrible. That's horrible. Shout out to Early Riser. He's been around with the PBM brand since from day one, and he's still a loyal follower. Appreciate you, man. Go ahead, OG. You can close it out.
Was he a sheriff's deputy or a police officer?
He was a police officer.
Okay, well, he hadn't had any training at all.
No.
Usually when people have done something wrong, what do they do, Joe?
When they done something wrong?
When they do something wrong, they run. when you've been peeping in folks' cars and all of a sudden the police show up,
oh yeah,
what do you do?
It's time to take flight.
Okay, so now if he's really shady and he's possibly suspected of having done something wrong, what kind of antics do they usually put up, Joe? What do we see in those kind of characters?
It's so bad that he didn't display none of that. And then check it out. You see when he had him up against the car? Like Joe said, I don't even know if that was a passive resistance. It was more confusion, like, what the hell did I do? He just slammed him on his head like that?
He wanted to do the suplex, man. He was supposed to be a pro wrestler.
he needed to lose some weight. He wanted to be a pro wrestler because the boy was kind of heavy around the waist.
So what's the first thing we normally do? Normally when we run across people, we ask questions. How you doing, man? You live over here?
Right.
No, what are you doing right now? I'm waiting for somebody to pick me up. Oh, where you headed? I'm going to visit some friends. Oh, okay, where do they live? And listen, we had a little incident happen here. Some guys, people in cars and stuff. You mind sharing your ID with me so I can at least know who you are and make note of it just in case, because I don't think you're the person that did this, but we just want to be on the safe side. So you mind sharing your ID with me, that kind of thing. At least be cordial. You don't walk up to folk and right away, you in their grill. You don't talk to folk like that. Take your hands out of your pockets, and his hands are not in his pockets. Come on, y'all.
He confused them. He confused them at all.
This is not Keystone Cops. This is common sense, and it's something. If he's a real police officer, he's hopefully practiced before. Your demeanor has to adjust to the situation. Now, if he went up on the guy and he's sweating bullets, and he's uneasy, and he's clearly lying through his teeth, and trying to figure out which way he's going to go. That's when you. And besides, if he did run, dude couldn't have caught him. No way.
Nah, he'd have did better running. He actually would have did better running.
And last but not least, I hate to say this, but I'm saying this over and over again. I know cops think they're Superman, but you always wait until you get some backup. The dude got a backpack. Go past him, turn around the corner, sit and wait, watch him until you get some backup there. It's dark. He got a backpack. Be cautious, man. Practice these things, especially now when you don't think it's that bad. But if it was really bad and you pulled up on him, and as you got out of the car, he reached in his backpack and pulled his yak out and started dropping lead, what you going to do then? So, 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other one, but definitely overly aggressive. Never should have slammed him. That was totally inappropriate, unprofessional. And I'm assuming he wasn't the bad guy he was looking for, right?
Nah, he wasn't. I mean, we can look at him, look at his body language, look at the confusion, and tell that he wasn't. And Early Riser said, "Could you explain what passive resistance means?"
Well, you can't. You got to give folk the benefit of the doubt, and if you don't, it's on you. Okay, and you'll know when it's time to escalate the situation. It becomes obvious if they start cussing you out and want to run. So you got to be in control of yourself to understand the circumstances, and you also have to gauge this guy from your own experience as a law enforcement officer. It's not that difficult to do. I'm nice to you until you are not nice to me. Once you cross that line, your behind is mine. That's all there is to it.
He's starting to rhyme. Tone, can you explain what passive resistance Early Riser would like to know?
Absolutely. Okay, so someone straight up resists. Nah, I ain't do nothing. I ain't going nowhere. Get your hands off me. Nah, you ain't locking me up. Straight up, you're resisting. That's aggressive resisting, right? A passive resisting is more like if you see Eric Garner, if you're familiar with that case, and he put up, wait a minute, I didn't do anything. I didn't. So he's not saying, get away from me, get off of me, but he's almost pleading like, what I do? I didn't do anything. And it's like just not putting his hands behind his back when you telling him to, and just being totally submissive. That's the difference.
Right. It's like if you have and I think Early Riser, you got kids. We talked about it before. You tell your kid to go to bed, and they no, I don't want to go. You get to bed, and they take their time. They go so slow. I don't want to go to bed, and they walking to bed, right? So you're not fully complying, but you're not putting up a huge resistance. So a lot of times in law enforcement, we call it passive resistance because you're not doing it exactly when they want you to do it, and you got a very little bit of resistance in doing it. So we say passive resistance where it's never forced. It's more like I'm taking my time to do what you do, and I'm not doing it exactly when you do it. I'm doing it much slower. So, like, you put your hands behind your back. Did you see where he was like, "Well, what are you talking about?" Like, it was a lot of confusion going on. That's what a passive resistance is. With that said, people, please be safe. You won't win on the side of the road. Take your fight to the courtroom, and please continue sending in your videos. And we'll continue giving you your assessments. Be safe and see you next week.